do a Smackdown review. A couple of days ago yesterday, I should say, was because both myself and Dylan were going to our own different independent wrestling shows. I ended up not going. Mine got postponed to today, which will be nice. Follow me on Twitter so that way you'll see how that goes. I'm going to meet former WWE wrestler Eric Rowan there. But the reason why I'm going solo for this review is because I feel like there's nothing really worth talking about on this show. This is the April 21st, 2023 episode of Smackdown. And this show, it just felt like a lot of meh. You know, it didn't get me excited. I didn't care too much for it. It was rematches everywhere. And I didn't care too much for it. I think this SmackDown was mid. I thought it was boring. And I I have to say, I can't wait for the WWE draft, but not for the reasons that everyone might expect. The reason why I can't wait for the WWE draft is because I'm sick and fucking tired of these rematches. And this was a common Vince McMahon problem as well, was rematches. Every week we're seeing the same fucking thing. We're seeing LWO versus the Judgment Day in some way, shape, or form. We're seeing Riddle versus Solo Sikoa every fucking week. And Riddle only came back 3 weeks ago. It's fucking crazy. And it's like it's all the same garbage. Now I will say there were some positives on this show, but this is a big Kim Kardashian sized butt here. There is no way that this show was really that entertaining. And I'm going to go over everything that happened on this card. It will be a little bit of a short one today, considering the fact that I'm going solo. And yeah, you guys can drop your thoughts in the comments, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching in the replay. And yeah, once again, guys, sorry for the delay. This is Sunday. I'm reviewing a Friday show. So here we go. We kicked off the show with, once again, the Judgment Day versus the LWO. We had Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. Again, I've seen this match like 50 times. There's not much I can really say that's different. I mean, Rey and Santos had a decent showing in this match. I liked the ending a little bit where Rey was going for the 619. Damian Priest tagged and Rey didn't see it. So Rey and Santos had no idea that Damian Priest was already tagged. So when Santos was going to go to pin Finn, Damian went over, did the big South of Heaven choke slam, and the Judgment Day got the win. I will say this, the fact that they're giving Damian Priest more of a build, more of a focus heading into Backlash, considering the fact Damian Priest was the one guy who really didn't get anything for WrestleMania. So now they're making up for it for Backlash, I think is a good choice and a good idea. However, like I said, I'm sick and fucking tired of seeing the same shit over and over. And we got another 2 shows before Backlash? Like that's crazy town. I think that's stupid. So, I mean, I can't be the only one who thinks that, but it was a decent match, I'll say that. Judgment Day getting the win. And obviously Bad Bunny will be on Raw this Monday. Well, technically going to be on Raw tomorrow, which, like I said in my simulation that I posted earlier, it seems very obvious that we're going to get Rey Mysterio and Bad Bunny against, I want to say, Dominic and Priest. I don't know what Finn will do for Backlash, or I can see them going the six-man tag route and get Santos, Bad Bunny, and Ray against Finn, Dom, and Priest. So, yeah, that kicked off the show. Then we move on to Braun Strowman and Ricochet, the random fucking tag team against the Viking Raiders with Valhalla is here. I'm gonna say that every single fucking time that the Viking Raiders come out because I just think it's so random and there's a lot of fucking bullshit here. Um, I mean, not again, like I said for the last match, not a lot can be fucking said here. Um, besides Braun and Ricochet win. I mean, like I know that a lot of people might like this team of Braun Strowman and Ricochet. I think it's an absolute waste of a Braun Strowman return. I've said it all the fucking time. Their chemistry is decent, but it's like if you told me in 2019 that Braun Strowman and Ricochet would be a tag team and they'd be like best buds and fucking hugging and all that shit, I'd call you crazy. And also, I don't get the hype against about the Viking Raiders now because these guys are attacking people and then they're losing. It's like get them the fuck out of there if you're not going to do that. Remember when the Viking Raiders went back to NXT for a little bit? I think it was last year or the year before that, and then nothing happened, and then they went back to the main roster. It's like okay, yeah, like I said, not a lot can be said besides hey, Braun and Ricochet exist. Be happy. Um, yeah, like I said, this is gonna be a very short review. Then we move on to the WWE Women's Tag Team. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan defending the titles against Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. Um, Before the match, Sonya and Chelsea had like a little bit of a promo where they're like, "You're losers and we're winners," blah blah blah. Then Chelsea had like this big fucking glittery ass water bottle, and she starts spraying fucking Liv Morgan with water. I think they did it on like Talking Smack or maybe last week's SmackDown or something. Um, so yeah, Liv got fucking pissed off. Liv is going back to like her big extreme character that she had at Extreme Rules when she was feuding with Ronda. But yeah, the match kicked off and I think it was obvious Liv and Raquel were winning. Um after you know, after Chelsea and Sonya tried using the ropes to their advantage, Liv Morgan ended up getting back into the match and fucking poured water on Sonya Deville, which who books this garbage? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking dump water on my opponent in a championship match. Like, really? And then Liv covers Chelsea, and Raquel puts her for the cover in like plain sight. So if you looked up from the count for 1 second, you would see that Liv and Raquel were cheating. And I think Wade Barrett made this point on commentary, being like, oh, so when the heels cheat, it's bad and the referee sees it. But when the baby faces cheat, it's not a problem. And yeah, I mean, Wade Barrett's probably one of the most relatable fucking commentators of all time because I thought that too. Why the fuck did the referee not see that cover? He was in plain fucking sight. I would understand if he was covering from the side, but no, he was like in plain fucking sight. And I don't know. I know it's a lot of criticism, but this show wasn't good. And is it bad that I really wanted to see Chelsea and Sonya as tag team champions? I can't be the only one who thinks that. I can't. Then we move on to probably the match of the night by default, um, which was Gunther versus Xavier Woods for the Intercontinental Championship. According to Michael Cole, this was the first time that Xavier Woods has ever challenged for the Intercontinental Championship, which I think is fucking crazy and a crime. This match was actually very good. Xavier Woods had a ton of offense. There was parts of the match where I genuinely thought he was gonna fucking beat Gunther to win the title. Xavier had a lot of athleticism in this match. These men went back and forth. A lot of high flying moves by Xavier, a lot of hard hitting action from Gunther. I think Gunther brings the best out of everybody in a very good match. It was genuinely very entertaining from start to finish. I definitely would pay to see these two go at it again on a pay-per-view. Definitely. Gunther has been impressing a lot as Intercontinental Champion, and I've seen a lot of tweets and a lot of people being like, "Who do you guys think is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time?" A lot of people are saying Miz, a lot of people are saying Michaels, a lot of people are saying Mr. Perfect. But then I saw a shit ton of people say, "No, Gunther's definitely top 3 or top 2 now." I mean, Gunther's the longest reigning champion of the 21st century, and there you go. And Gunther obviously retains. Um, I would love to know who will face Gunther next. I really want it to be Sheamus at Night of Champions. I don't know what's going on with Sheamus right now. Obviously, Drew and all of his like creative problems and his injury, but Sheamus one on one with Gunther at Night of Champions would definitely be great in Saudi Arabia, and then have Sheamus get the win in that big crowd. But yeah, it seems obvious they're gonna try to get Gunther to beat the who was it? The Honky Tonk Man's record. And I don't know what Triple H and Vince McMahon's fetish is for breaking records like that are 30 years old, but I don't think that needs to fucking happen. But anyways, kudos to Gunther. Xavier Woods has had a great showing. And is it bad that I want the New Day to break up and have Xavier go out on his own and shine? Xavier needs to fucking shine. And then we're already in the main event of the evening. We're already moving on to the main event. We're only 12 minutes into this review. Um, well, before we get there, we had like a Vince, I mean, not a Vince, we had a Shinsuke Nakamura promo or like a backstage video package where he's like training and this narrator saying he's the king of strong style. He's mastered jujitsu and hard hitting, and he's gonna come back to SmackDown and he's gonna be the best version of himself or something like that. Then we got Cross having a promo being like, "Hey Shinsuke, I'm gonna kick your ass. It's not me picking you, it's the cards, and the cards will seal your fate." And all this awesome, not really bullshit. Um, I don't know. Like I said, it will be nice to see these guys have focus. I don't want this feud to be you know, stupid by any means necessary. But I think it would be pretty interesting to see Karrion Cross and Shinsuke Nakamura in a feud. And I'll get to the random matches that were announced for Backlash after I talk about Solo Sikoa and Matt Riddle. And I'm probably going to rant a little bit about Solo Sikoa and Matt Riddle for a little bit because Jesus Christ, Matt Riddle returned 3 weeks ago and this has already been the most repetitive shit ever. And I've seen a lot of people talk about this too. Hey Jeremiah, how you doing? I've seen a lot of people talk about this too, where that's why in the title of this video it's Solo versus Riddle. Again, like I get it. Solo Sikoa is big. Solo Sikoa is dominant. You want him to main event everything. But Jesus Christ. Is it every fucking night that we have to see Solo Sikoa versus Sammy or Kevin or Riddle or something like that? It's so repetitive. I love Solo. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, what's Raw gonna do? Are we gonna see Riddle versus Sikoa again? I think it's stupid. And like the rematches galore on this show. It was crazy. We had LWO versus the Judgment Day again. We have Riddle versus Solo again. How is it? And the thing is, these matches are never different from each other, especially in this one. Let me tell you how this is not different from any of them. So Sammy and Kevin are not at the show for whatever reason. This match was no disqualification. These guys had a lot of shit. They had steel chairs, ring post candlesticks, ring steps. Um, Last week, Solo like buried Riddle into an announce table. So this time, ooh, Riddle buries Solo in the announce table. Whoa, totally different. And then, as always, oh, lo and behold, who came again to save the day? The Usos come out with a 2-on-1 attack on Riddle. Solo was able to recover from the announce table by the time Riddle beat the shit out of both the Usos. Um, and then Solo immediately hits the Samoan spike and wins. And then afterwards, the Usos did a 3D, or should I say a one and done, through a table. And that was how we ended the show. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I considered skipping this review. I wasn't able to do it yesterday, but I'm doing it today because, hey, like keep saying, I'm a content creator. This show sucked. This show absolutely sucked. Pretty much the only saving grace was Gunther versus Xavier Woods. And I I I thought the women's tag with Raquel and Liv and Sonya and Chelsea was decent, but I think the usage of water in this match and the stupid shit involving the referee, I didn't like it, not one bit. And Braun and Ricochet, Viking Raiders, that was like my bathroom break. I didn't give a fuck. I don't care about this tag team of Braun and Ricochet anymore. I see them so much that it's like, what are you gonna do with them? They're literally just the, hey, I'm a little guy. Hey, I'm a big guy. We're a tag team and we're friends. It's like, I don't want to see that. Not one bit. Sorry about that, y'all. But and then we got the repetitiveness again with LWO and Judgment Day. Wow. Literally, this was probably one of the most skippable SmackDowns of all time. Like I said, the only saving grace was Gunther and Xavier Woods, but I mean, we all knew Gunther was going to win, but of course, having Xavier have all that momentum was decent and made it pretty good. And now let's get into um, you know, the three random matches. Um Actually, yeah, let's get into the three random matches where, I mean, we got Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Great, cool. I mean, do I really care about that? Not really. We all know Rhea Ripley is going to retain. Um, Good that Zelina Vega is getting a championship match on a pay-per-view. I mean, not bad. Um, oh, perfect timing, Jeremiah. Are you excited for Backlash at the moment? The card is decent. I'll say that. The card is decent for Backlash. Am I like, oh my god, this is going to be the best show ever? Not really. I mean, we're getting the six-man tag with Sammy, Kevin, and Riddle against Solo and the Usos, which is really a SmackDown worthy match. So something needs to happen in the 6-man tag. Otherwise, I'm not going to care about it. Cody versus Brock. I want it to be a no disqualification. Otherwise, I don't see Cody beating fucking Brock Lesnar a day in the world. The triple threat for the U.S. title is going to be a banger. Bronson Reed, Bobby Lashley, and Austin Theory. That's probably my pick for match of the night. 100%. Like I said, the aforementioned Rhea Ripley and Zelina Vega, I don't care too much for, but I'll bet you Zelina is going to get a whole bunch of momentum. What else is on this card? It's not official yet, but I'll bet you, like I said earlier in this review, we're going to get I'll bet you we're gonna get Rey Mysterio tagging in with Bad Bunny against Dominic and Priest, which I think will be pretty decent, especially with Bad Bunny getting all that athleticism that he showed at WrestleMania 37. Yeah, triple threat will be great. And then the fucking random match of all time, Omos and Seth Rollins. God damn it, Vinnie Mac. Why'd you gotta do this? I made a video about this already. Omos and Seth Rollins, these guys had not one interaction. Not one. There is no reason on earth for Omos and Seth Rollins to even be near each other at all. What will be the explanation of this? Like, why? Seth versus Omos. They could have chosen another match for Seth. They could have chose a way better match for Seth. There's a lot of people on Raw that you can choose. I mean, Omos and Seth Rollins has got to be super duper stupid. I can't. I already talked about Omos and Seth Rollins on my channel, but to answer your question, Jeremiah, like, are you excited for Backlash? Honestly, I don't know. I'll watch it either way, but I don't know. Motor Torque, nice to see you. Mercedes Moné dropped the Stardom belt and heading back to the United States, hitting either AEW or Impact Wrestling. Also, Trinity Fatu just hit a GCW and going to other places as well. Oh, did she? Did Trinity just go to GCW? Do I believe that? I don't think I do. Vince McMahon's ideas are crazy. Yeah, 100%. I mean, Vince McMahon is so out of fucking touch. I don't understand. And I know that there's going to be a ton of Vince fans being like, well, there's no wrestling without Vince McMahon, man. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather no wrestling than a Vince McMahon wrestling in 2023. I don't give a fuck, man. Like this, it's like they drew names out of a hat. We need Omos to have a match at Backlash. Let's see who we're gonna get. Oh, Seth freaking Rollins. Let's go. Sorry for the shitty Vince McMahon impression, but god damn, man. But let's go back to SmackDown. I mean, how can I even rate this show for SmackDown? How? I don't know what to rate this show. Where the fuck's LA Knight, y'all? We got promo packages between Karrion Kross and Shinsuke Nakamura. Sean Ross Sapp said that was going to continue their feud. Oh my god, what a build-up. Zelina Vega and Rhea Ripley's official for Backlash. Triple threat for the U.S. titles official for Backlash. Seth and Omos are official for Backlash. I don't give a fuck. So stupid. Like I said, like millions of times, you could skip this episode of SmackDown and not miss anything at all. I was considering skipping this review. Seth versus LA Knight. The brand split doesn't mean anything anymore until Friday. Do that. Mustafa Ali's not doing anything. I don't like fuck. Mustafa Ali was a better idea than fucking Omos for Seth Rollins. But like all this repetitiveness, it does not feel like a Triple H show. And if it is a Triple H show, then fuck. I think the honeymoon stage of Triple H booking is over. I think Vince is literally like whispering in Hunter's ear. Like it really feels like that. So yeah, really, I'm sick and fucking tired of Solo Sikoa facing either of three people. Matt Riddle, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. I'm sick and fucking tired of solo one-on-one matches. I really am now. I don't care. And I'm gonna get a lot of people probably attacking me for that. Literally, the only good thing was Gunther and Xavier Woods. So really, I'm rating this a 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 for SmackDown for April 21st. They need better. They better bring better matches to Backlash. Honestly, I think the only one they'll announce is either Io Sky and Bianca Belair and Ray and Bad Bunny against Dominic and Priest. I think those are the only ones. Or you want to know a good opponent for Seth Rollins? Finn Balor. Even if it's a random throwaway match, doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm not hyped for Backlash at all. I did not like the SmackDown one bit. Thought it was mid. I don't even think it was mid. I think it was below mid. I thought it was fucking boring. And it's weird because I used to be the biggest WWE defender, and now it's like, no, not a lot. I think Dylan getting me in AEW might have something, some part to blame for that. But ladies and gentlemen, um, that's gonna have to do it for our SmackDown April 21st, 2023 review. I just wanted this review out of the way, get it out into the world. Um, um, I just uploaded my 2K23 simulation for Backlash. You guys can go and check it out on my channel. I apologize for audio issues on part of that video. My fucking microphone on Xbox is so shit. I don't know why it does that staticky sound sometimes. But yeah, if you want to go and check out my 2K23 simulation of Backlash, you guys can do that as well. Myself, Dylan, Wolf, all everyone else have big plans for the channel over the next couple of days. Obviously, Dylan and I are planning a mock draft. I did my own solo mock draft, but Dylan and I are doing like draft predictions or making our own rosters. I take control of a show, he takes control of a show. And then, of course, Friday and Monday, the WWE draft shows, we are going to do watch alongs for those, reacting to every single draft pick in the WWE draft. I think it will be very interesting. Bringing the watch alongs back for 2 nights here on this channel. I think it would be very interesting. I've always wanted to do like draft reactions, kind of like the NFL YouTubers do. I think it would be very interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not already subscribed, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Drop your ratings on SmackDown in the comments below if you are watching the replay. Um, and two people I want to get called up is Grayson Waller and Braun Breaker. Definitely Braun is number one. Of course, I've seen reports that Pretty Deadly is going to Raw and Ilya Dragunov's going to SmackDown. I think those are both very great picks. I want Roxanne Perez to get called up. I want Tiffany Stratton to get called up. One of those fucking people. But anyways, guys, this is me, your boy Willie Does Wrestling. Like I said, SmackDown was a 2 out of 5. If that, I think it was shit. But anyways, guys, this is me, your boy Willie Does Wrestling. I'll see you in the next video. Be good people.